so you can see how ridiculous this is.
Still on the mic. You want to hit
I don't.
Okay. All right, you ready to start?
Yeah, you want me to stop and start? Oh, what the fuck was that?
Let's start this.
It's on the beat, make it boom.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. As always, I'm Alan Ford.
I'm Will Hill.
And today's documentary is from the Untold series Netflix called Malice at the Palace.
Malice at the Palace.
It's self-explanatory in the name, but
so many fond memories.
Very fond memory. I remember watching that game in 2004, like watching it. And I'm a basketball fan. I love watching basketball, but that shit came out of nowhere.
I'm not like a huge basketball fan, but if it was gonna happen, it was gonna happen with these people.
Yes. It was like, oh god, damn, we was talking about that in school the next day and everything.
Oh yeah. We was talking about Ron Artest people for a long time.
Ron Artest people.
Yep.
And he didn't even throw it. Technically, he didn't even start it. The documentary tells you who really started it.
Like for real.
Yes.
When we break it all down, at the end of this, you're gonna know who started
Yes,
this.
we all do know. So the documentary starts off with it talking about Jermaine O'Neal, fresh out of high school, wanted to be really good. Got drafted. That's impressive. He said he wanted to break the mold. He didn't want it to be the same cycle as before.
I think that's every black kid pretty much before this last 2-3 drafts. Every black kid came from impoverished neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, and saw basketball as the only way out.
Right.
See, but now there's a lot of mixed kids in the NBA who grew up like very comfortable.
Oh, very comfortable. These niggas got trainers now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these AAU ball, like
and AAU ball is expensive.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta come from something. You can't don't tell me you struggle and play AAU ball.
No,
don't you dare.
You didn't struggle, nigga.
You didn't struggle.
AAU balls. But yeah, he came out there, got drafted by the Portland Trailblazers for about, I think it was 2 years. He got drafted by the Blazers.
He stayed there for 2 years.
Yeah.
You know what was something he said in the beginning of this documentary that I never thought about, right?
What?
He got drafted fresh out of high school. So he was the best high school player in the country, right? He went from being the best high school player in the whole entire country to maybe the 4th or 5th best person at his position on his team.
And that happens. That happens when you go to college too.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're the best player in your high school team, and other times, if you're not really special, you like the 5th best player on that team.
I'm like, damn, to go from number 1 in the country to not even get no tick.
Right. That's
rough.
It works like that. You gotta rework. I think I heard an NBA player said once you so you're the best in high school, you go to college, then you gotta start over. Then you're the best in college, you go to the pros. You got to start over again. Then you get that first contract. You got to start over. You get traded. You got to start over. It's just a lot of starting over.
I mean, people say that about comedy too.
Yes.
Because people think moving is going to change something. You have to start over.
No, you guys just got to start over more.
Anyway. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. And so it's just like after the year, the Pacers went to the finals. They lost to the Lakers.
To the Lakers, yeah.
They lost to the Shaq and Kobe Lakers. They lost to them 2000. They traded for Jermaine O'Neal. And Donnie Walsh, who is the owner of the Pacers, wanted to build a team, and he said it takes time. So he started with Jermaine O'Neal, and they still had Reggie Miller.
Right.
Reggie Miller was still on the team. So
still doing well.
Yes.
Yeah, so
still to this day, when you think of the Indiana Pacers, you think of Reggie Miller. That's all you think of.
Straight up.
Yes. And Malice at the Palace.
Right.
Those two things. But Reggie Miller is number 1.
Jermaine O'Neal number 3.
Yes, Jermaine O'Neal was on it for a long time. He was good on that team. And so over time he built up, and then they traded Ron Artest, who was a former Chicago Bull.
Hey, hold on. I like how Jermaine O'Neal kind of got, I want to say, welcomed into the city. He said he was at a Champs in Indianapolis, downtown Indianapolis. And people was like, that's the guy we traded for.
What?
Like, I done lost it right there. Like,
pro athletes be getting it the worst from fans, man.
Especially lost it right there.
It's always the fat fans who like
the most
the most unathletic. Hey, you suck. Well, you going to sleep on your couch. I'm going to go to my mansion. All right, that's what's happening right now. So who sucks now?
All right.
Yeah, I bet you NBA players got the best comebacks of somebody like that. Like somebody who's just angry all the time because the NBA player say you suck, and you be like, well, your life sucks, and it's like, damn. Ouch.
Whew.
Damn, I felt that.
Why
one.
you get so
He
serious?
got so serious.
So serious. It was a joke.
Yes, and so they traded for Ron Artest, who people know as Meta World Peace or Meta World Artest or Ron Meta Artest. He goes by so many names now. But we all know him as Ron Artest. He was on the Bulls, and he was happy to get out of shit. Yeah, he got traded from the Bulls.
That boy say, "I'm tired of losing."
Yeah, he's tired of losing. But it's funny the way when he said he got traded, he said, "I don't listen to nobody." He's pretty.
Yeah,
real,
dude,
like.
just right off the rip. Okay, but
He said, "Don't get off the plane. You got traded." And he said, "I don't listen, so I got off the plane."
just like that. He sounds like a child.
He said, "Don't get dressed."
I don't listen,
so I got dressed.
So I got you.
And then
so we don't
said,
get on the court. Out on the court, practice for about an hour.
And then I left.
That's how you know Ron Artest was just a menace for like a long time. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, I feel like we should preference that, you know, he does have mental issues. And, you know, we're not joking about his mental issues. It's just his actions.
Right.
Right? You know, he had a lot going on in his head. And, you know, even at the time, he was, you know, sought therapy. So, you know, shout out to everybody. Check out your mental health. Make sure you're all good. Don't end up like Ron Artest.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, he was just being defiant, just to be defiant. Don't get on the court. He practiced till he felt like it was like, all right, I guess I'm traded now.
That's funny as hell. And this thing is about they a lot of them regret some say they don't regret. You know what I regret?
What?
Drinking that whole bottle of water. I'm thirsty as hell. But then so after that, Ron Artest, they so it's him, Reggie Miller, and Jermaine O'Neal.
You didn't put it out.
It is out, bro.
It's not.
It is. We good. So it was him, Reggie Miller, and Jermaine O'Neal on the team. And yeah, they were really good. I didn't know the Pacers were
They started
really
off a
good.
little slow though.
I had to go back and look at the records sometimes. Like, they got
were,
better. They got really better.
beat.
It was like, damn, I didn't notice this.
Yeah, no, they what Reggie Miller was saying that Ron Artest and Jermaine O'Neal were kind of bump heads.
Yes, as always.
Right. Because Ron Artest is a menace.
Right. And
Jermaine
they're
O'Neal
both
was,
two headstrong
I wouldn't say more professional.
They're both two headstrong people.
Jermaine O'Neal was more professional.
I'm sorry, guys. The smoke was bothering Will. You can see
it wasn't. It was. He tried to put it out, but it didn't go out. I just burnt the holes in the. Okay, whatever.
It's out now, man.
Okay, it's fine.
We good. Yeah, so that happened. And then just to let you know the level of basketball that was happening at this time. Some of these finals, when they lost in Game 6 to the Pistons, the final score was 69-67.
Yeah. That's a tough loss.
That's an NBA game.
Yeah, not 120.
Not 130, not 150 to 180, nothing like that.
Was a real part of the
these
game.
motherfuckers still fouling each other, man. LeBron was in the league. That was LeBron's first year.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. That was his rookie year. The Pistons won because Melo would have been on the Pistons, but he got drafted third instead of second. Yes, the Pistons picked Darko Milicic in that draft.
But Ron Artest, I always forget how good of an NBA player he really was.
He was really good. He was good. He could
they
play
said
some
the first time he came, that was the hardest they ever practiced. Because he took everything serious as fuck.
He from New York, too. He got the New York mentality.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like, God.
The hardest he made them practice harder than they ever practiced before. Because he went on the court trying to prove. And he said himself, bro. Every day he had a chip on his shoulder. Reggie Miller would try to veteran talk him. He was like, "No, I'm gonna bust your ass in practice."
I said, "We ain't in a game. In a game."
Just trying to like give him advice. Somebody who's been in the league for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is established. GOAT as far as it comes to that position. You know what I'm saying? Bust his ass in practice.
But they lose their game 6 to the Pistons. Because Ron Artest didn't look like that hard of a foul.
It didn't. It was a tech, though. They called it a tech, right?
No, they called it he got ejected. He got flagrant, too. He got ejected for that. And it's like, oh, come on. Get up, Rip. Get up. Come on, man.
It didn't look that bad. And he had the face mask, too. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
That didn't hurt. You got to sell it.
You got to sell it. He got ejected, and they end up losing 67-69. And so, during the offseason, they decided.
Detroit went and won.
Yeah.
They won
Detroit
it all.
won it all that year. And so, during the offseason.
What was it, 03?
04.
It was 04.
Because that was LeBron's rookie year. 03, 04 was his rookie year.
Yeah, 03, 04. Okay.
Yeah. So you got to play it off. So we got to do it simply because they only know LeBron. And you got to say that was LeBron's rookie year. It's like, oh my God, the Pistons are that good during LeBron. And some people who don't know basketball.
Yeah.
So you got to say who was in it.
Come on, because the two Wallaces. Was
Yeah. If I say
Chauncey Billups, what?
Yeah, if I say that whole team, and if I say Devin Ham, who is the head coach of the Lakers now, was on that team. Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince. They don't even know who Tayshaun Prince is. Some people don't.
He was real low key.
Yeah,
real light skin.
Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace. People don't even understand that, so you gotta clarify that.
Crazy team.
And so they trade. So Indiana decides they got to do something else. Donnie Walsh goes and get another piece. He gets another person who was all right, but on the court, he was that nigga. He went to go get Jack.
Steven
Jackson. Got stacked, man. Steven Jackson.
That man was
corner 3 all day.
Couldn't miss.
Could not miss it.
Could not fucking miss.
Could not miss.
Him and Ron Artest, they played well off.
Yes.
Because they both will fucking fight anybody.
Anybody.
Hey, low-key, if you think about it, he was like the perfect mesh of Ron Artest, I want to say defensive capabilities, energy, and Jermaine O'Neal's like, I want to say player skill level when it came to just shooting. Like, it was a perfect mix.
Perfect mix. And also he was the middleman between Ron and Jermaine O'Neal. Jack is a glue guy. Jack is dope too. Jack can play. He was a hooper.
I respect the fuck out of him.
Yeah, man, I do too.
Even before like this thing. Like,
I knew I saw him running the stands. I was like, man, Ron Artest was getting jumped though. That's what they didn't realize.
You think he was getting jumped?
I think he was.
Is that one dude, the one who threw the cup, like behind him? But
that dick, that asshole. Oh, I can't wait to get to him, man.
I don't think he's getting jumped.
He getting jumped. All right, so we come to the game November 19th, 2005. I think it's their first meeting or something. Huh?
November 2004.
2004, because it's the 4 and 5. So before we get to that, we got to talk about mental health is a real thing, people.
No, for real.
Ron Artest was going through it. He came and said he needed a break. He was my generation's Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
That man said he needed a break to work on his rap album. But he also, that's what he led with. But he also needed a break. Because he just wanted to
he just needed to
get away from it. You just need to get away from it. And
they looking for him, bro. They looking for him. And he shows up on the Source Awards.
Yeah. That part, he said he had a family's death that ended up at the Source Awards. It's like, oh, okay.
Source Awards.
Right. It's like, hey, I guess you just needed to get away from basketball. You really just need to get away from basketball.
Sometimes it's needed.
Yeah, Kyrie had it.
I mean, not on purpose.
No, not this one. The first one. He just said he needed a break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's talk. Oh, yeah, never mind. That wasn't on purpose either.
No, none of his breaks was on purpose.
I think he had one that was okay. Anyway,
not that I remember.
But mental health is a real thing. If you need to know somebody, I'm gonna find a number and tag it at the bottom here.
No, for real. Like, hey, y'all take care of y'all mentals.
Yes.
Well, Marshawn Lynch, take care of your mentals. Take care of your chickens.
Marshawn Lynch.
He said that.
He's a god. Oh, okay. Your mentals and your chickens.
Wrong sport.
And he went to Applebee's just like, this motherfucker ain't changed one bit. But anyway, yes. So in this game, this is I think this is their first meeting, right?
Yep.
This is their first meeting
after they won
November 19th, 2004, after Detroit won the championship, all this shit. And then,
that was the night of the ring presentation too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all fucked up.
It was all fucked up. And I guess Ben Wallace had one of the most arrogant introductions. And this Jack
it wasn't arrogant. The announcer did his damn thing.
Yeah, announcer did his job.
The Palace was just a tough place to play because in Detroit it ain't nothing going on but basketball. So
right.
Because the Lions wasn't nothing.
And it was the year Indiana might win a championship.
Right. So Detroit, they was on top. Like I said, they the champions team to beat. So the announcer did what he was supposed to do. He got the crowd hyped, but it had an adverse effect because Steven Jackson, he's that man. He was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going out there. We're going to smash their face in. And that's what they did.
They did. They
went out there and was up by 15 to 20
They were by
points.
15.
About 15.
Let you know this. The highlights, don't get fooled by the highlights. Still wasn't no damn scoring going on in this game. It was 97-82 at one point in the fourth quarter. It's like, what the fuck is this? There wasn't no scoring. I'm thinking
the league was transitioning from that dunks to more three perimeter shooting.
More skill, you had to be more skilled to get a basket.
So the league was changed. That was the last of the big men for real. Like, there was no more, like, real big men who just protected the paint after Ben Wallace.
And there was no more, like, sluggish, slow-paced basketball like that. It was very slow. They moved very slow. Everybody moves. Everything was a run and play. Run this play. That was that whole, hey, set this play up. Set this up. It wasn't no, that's why Kobe was special at that time, a basket getter. But other than that, so it's 97-82. The game's a blowout. Jamal Tinsley is at the foul line while they're shooting free throws, and he says, "Hey, Ron, you can get your foul now." Why would
Ron
you
say what?
Yeah,
what?
You can get your foul now.
Bet.
Why would you tell somebody like that?
That's when you like the match.
You don't tell somebody like that. You don't.
Right, cool. He said he was struggling mentally, but he was on fire. Right, basketball was one of his main distractions from his own self.
Yes.
So he was on fire, right? And he don't need a reason to start shit.
Yeah.
It's Jamal Tinsley.
Yes.
You can get your foul now.
So the next possession, Detroit comes down, gets the ball. Steven Jackson is defending Ben Wallace. Now, at this point, you can literally tell Steven Jackson don't want to foul him or nothing like that.
Yeah, it's the end of the game. It's over, right? It's respect. That's the respect thing when it comes to NBA, right?
Right.
That you're not supposed to score like a breakaway if it's the end of the game, all that stuff, like all these unwritten rules. The game is over with. There's no need to foul him. You're not trying to really stop him. You're just putting up a face, score the point, we're going to run down this clock. Game over with.
Game over, that's it.
They ain't trying to come back.
No. And guess what Ron Artest does? He gets his foul. Ron Artest gets this foul.
And then Ben Wallace had just lost his brother.
Yes, and nobody knew that. Like, nobody on the Pacers knew that.
Yeah, nobody.
And they were all friends too. Like, that's what people didn't realize. They all know each other. They are friends. They're cool.
All year long.
Yeah, see each other all year long. They run into each other in the off season. They know each other's family. The NBA is like a fraternity. They see each other's like meetings or something. If the NBA has to go to,
like you know what I'm saying?
You see them all the damn time.
Right.
Even if you don't plan it, they probably live in the same town.
Oh, yeah, the same gated community.
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, who's your realtor?
I know that.
Hey, Steve, where you get your weed from?
So they know each other. And so Ron Artest goes and gets his foul, man. He gets his foul.
Ben Wallace hard for no reason. Hey, Ben Wallace pushed the fuck out of him.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I felt that. I was sitting on my couch. I was like, shit.
Like, shit. But everybody think, no, that's a normal NBA fight. Them motherfuckers don't really fight. No.
Ben Wallace was upset naturally, as he should be. It was unnecessary.
Like, come on, man.
And I was surprised Ron Artest didn't chirp back. He was getting pushed back.
They was pulling him back.
He was like, all right, I got my foul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They argued for a bit.
Yes. And that was it. And then you got to let Crazy cool down.
Right. He was taking the steps, man. His therapist told him, before you make any rash decisions, take 5.
Count to 5.
He laid on the scores table. Shit was going crazy, though. It was crazy because he took that 5 while Ben Wallace is throwing shit at him.
Yeah, Ben Wallace still throwing stuff.
Sweatbands at him. And he's perfectly fine. Again, because he know him. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's whatever.
Yeah, and
he
they know
he
they
got the rise,
fight.
right? Then he sits up. That's when trouble ensued.
Yes, trouble ensued. This is why Detroit is different.
Everybody say it happened in slow motion. Right? Everybody could see. Okay, wait, we missed the part because since it was a blowout, all the season ticket holders were gone.
Oh yeah,
everybody from the nosebleeds came down. They would sit down close.
That before.
People who has never been that close to the court and probably shouldn't be.
Done that before.
For good reason.
They let you do that shit too.
Right there. Are now right there.
It's like, bro, we getting blown out. Everybody leaving. There's 3 minutes left. Let's go sit up front.
They sitting up front.
You pretend to go get something to eat at the concessions, and you down there. It's like,
I've been in games where they tell people, come down.
Oh yeah.
Well, come in because they want to make it look good on TV. But remember one of the referee names?
Oh, yeah. Tim Donahue was in this movie.
Donahue.
He was in this documentary. It's like Tim Donahue because he was
refereed the game.
he was the ref at the game. That shit's hilarious. Tim Donahue.
All right, let's get to the madness.
Ron Artest is on the table, laying there. He's relaxed.
Take it 5.
The situation's getting de-escalated.
De-escalating.
There you go. Yeah, there it is. The situation's getting de-escalated, and then next thing you know, beer flies in the air.
Bow.
Right in the face. And Ron Artest runs to a man.
I mean, instantly snaps.
Just starts swinging on him. He didn't have to go far either. I thought he had to go
It
upstairs.
was
Like a
five,
couple
6
rows. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go that far. I thought he went up. I'm like, damn, he really went up. No, he went. And I'm like, that's some good aim too from up there. But it was on the side. Yeah, he just flipped it and all that stuff. And then Ron Artest going to the stands.
He ran up to the wrong person.
He ran up, hit the wrong guy. And
Steven Jackson. I mean,
Steven Jackson went up because he saw
he's down. He's down for the cause.
Because he saw Ron getting. He was getting jumped. He was literally getting jumped.
He was surrounded. It looked like he was getting jumped. In a moment, yes, I guarantee you, it looked like he was getting jumped. But like I said, Steven Jackson, a loyal motherfucker. That's his brother. They on the same team. If it come to blows, he go fight. He goes up, just knocks the shit out of the next.
Yeah. Yes. Steven Jackson went up there, started clubbing him up.
I mean, just bah.
He going up here. He's swinging.
He wasn't missing. He wasn't missing. It was like corner threes.
Right. And then Ron Artest, they get him out the stands, and it's about to go down again. They're getting everybody out of here. Then these 2 guys walked up to Ron Artest. Like one guy ran up to him, like literally ran up to him and squared up on him. I was like, what is Detroit on out here,
so
man?
they interviewed these guys, right?
Right.
And these guys say when that happened, not security, but the people who worked in the building, the shit just kind of spread out and they ended up on the court, right? They didn't go from their seats looking for Ron Artest. It just happened. The shit just kind of happened. But Ron Artest's like, wait, what?
What's
What are you doing? And the dude squared up with him. Like, the dude was talking and trying to make it seem like he didn't try to fight him, but you squared up with him,
right?
And that ain't one to square up with.
And it was after one. It was the next one. It was like the level of Mortal Kombat, man.
He don't pump fake.
It's like a level of Mortal Kombat. we got to climb up the next tower. Yeah. After the next one, it's like, damn. And they finally got Ron out of there.
It was crazy because Ron Artest was really surprisingly calm during all of this. Right? Yes. They make it think it was all his fault. He was really surprisingly calm through all of this.
All of it. It didn't even start it, by the way. And then the fans kept escalating it. Now, this is all on the fans, and it's wrong calling NBA players. The fans are throwing shit.
Yeah.
Like, they're really throwing stuff
these 8
at
people,
everyone.
they are not going to get some type of reaction.
Yes.
Fuck out of here.
And another thing, where the hell was the security at?
I like Jermaine O'Neal. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So after he get into the run with this man dude on the court, Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal comes running over and tried to Superman punch the one dude, but he slipped.
Oh yeah, he slipped. If he would have stuck his foot,
ooh, that dude would have he probably still be laying there.
Yeah, if he would have stuck that right foot.
I don't know if you it was a real quick glimpse. He was talking about his face. His face was swollen from Jermaine O'Neal hitting him. I'm like, yo, he barely connected. I'm like, damn.
That shit, damn.
Barely connected.
And then somebody threw a chair. They caught the guy threw a chair. It's funny because he threw it and then they caught him he looked right into the camera on the thing. he was just
you see me? Yeah, they was trying to get people off the court and the tunnel is right there by the seats. People are pouring stuff on them. I'm like, yo, paid $9 for that beer. I'm not pulling on no player. I don't care how much I hate them.
I ain't wasting this beer, man. Their beer must not have been expensive that night.
Whatever. Stadium beer is expensive.
You see people taking pots and just pouring it on us. This is fucked up. But still, no. Security came at the last minute. One of the security guards didn't recognize Reggie Miller because he was in a suit.
That was insane. How do you not know Reggie Miller?
Steven Jackson.
How do you
As soon as he said that, just cut to Steven Jackson. That's all he says. How do you not know Reggie Miller? And then just went right back into
these cops, bro, they interviewed the cops. The cops was like, yeah, we work Detroit games maybe 2 to 3 times a week. So these cops, that's all they do is work the basketball games. Right. You know what I'm saying? With that being the case, how the fuck you don't know who Reggie Miller is?
He's been here several times.
How do you not know?
This is about to pepper spray him.
The cop said he wasn't about to.
He's about to
The
pepper
video
spray him.
showed otherwise.
Yeah, he was about to pepper spray him.
He was shaking it. Was he gonna spray Ron Artest? I don't know.
Ron was calm.
But it looked like it.
He was calm, man.
It looked like it. Again, we got to think about it all in like fast motion and regular speed. Him shaking it up, trying to get Ron Artest off the court. It looks like he's getting ready to spray him. So I get it.
Yeah, so all that ensues. They get him off the court. They get to the locker room. Ron Artest goes, "Do you think we're going to get in trouble?" Do you think we're going to... Jermaine O'Neal's like, really? That shit is funny.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think we're going to get in trouble, man? Yes, man. So Ron Artest, afterwards, David Stern looked into it. Apparently, they didn't get the whole footage. He got some ESPN
cuts. Yep.
ESPN be doing that stuff too, man. Be
of course, it's for entertainment.
It's kind of fucked up though. You ruining people's stuff. It is.
It's not.
It is. It's fucked up.
David Stern, right?
David Stern.
That's the commissioner.
Yeah.
He should have did more due diligence.
Okay.
But every ESPN analyst was calling all the NBA players thugs because obviously it was all black people. And
it was all white sports analysts and Stephen A. Smith.
It was also a white sports analyst. I said it.
Okay.
That's why his hairline recede.
Oh, damn.
But no.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
David Stern just handed out suspensions and shit.
Yeah, rest of the season.
Steven Jackson got 25.
I think he got 30.
30. He got 30.
Jermaine O'Neal got 25. And then, so I think Ben Wallace got suspended too, but they didn't say how many games he really got.
Yeah, he probably got 5.
Yeah, he probably got not that many.
Yeah.
And so they was like, if you gonna hold, they start calling the players thugs and all this shit.
Yeah, just
they ain't thugs. That's when the dress code came in the hand. It's like, what's happening now?
Who's protecting the fans? All these millionaire NBA players.
Spoiled. Like, you don't even know who they are.
Like, bro, they didn't even do nothing wrong. They defended themselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, so they got...
But Jermaine O'Neal appealed his suspension and got most of it overturned.
Yes, he did.
Cops tried to take him to jail. He was like, bro, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going with you.
Listen, I'm getting on this plane. I'm going home. You can contact my lawyers.
Contact my attorney.
That's what he said. That's what he said. And he got appealed. I think his sentence got cut short.
Yeah.
To stay in Indiana.
So basically,
Steven Jackson was like, I was defending myself. I did what I had to do.
Right. He appealed.
I'm sorry that it happened the way it happened, but it happened. And he just left it alone.
You took it like a champ, man. You're a hood nigga. That is a hood dude.
Whatever, man. I'm good.
That's a hood dude through and through.
Right.
He don't care. He did it.
You know, he's so...
I'll do it again.
He moved that shit before, man. He moved that shit because I take the Zale.
Right.
I'm gonna be back though.
I'll do it again.
I'm gonna be back. That's what he does.
So they end up catching the guy who threw the cup.
Yes, Josh. I think it's John Green.
Oh, I got it right. Yeah, John Green.
Okay.
I had to make sure.
Yeah, we just heard the name.
You were smoking.
We said it earlier too. You did. You said John Green.
Whatever. John Green threw the cup. And then, at first he tried to say he didn't throw the cup. Then later on was saying, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Like, he realized he could have some type of clout. Like,
they do anything for clout. Offset was right about that.
Most definitely.
Yes. This man was on the news. He said the only thing he regret is not sticking his foot out. Not the fact that the other guy got hit because of his mistake. That guy was a dick.
Oh, RP Takeoff. I said the wrong person.
Yes. Offset is
Cardi B.
Yes.
Anyway.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'm sorry. I was thinking. I missed all of that. I'm like, that's wrong. That is wrong.
I think Will got to contact everybody.
That was wrong. Okay, anyway. What do you think?
About the doc?
Yep.
Well, that covers all of it. Then we all know the rest. We all know the end story. All these motherfuckers got in trouble. It was cool.
They didn't win the championship.
Detroit, they did not win the championship.
Reggie Miller retired the next year.
It was last year. No, it was his last year.
He retired that year.
Mm-hmm.
No,
that was his last year. And we all know Detroit people
there was
still
no security.
Yep.
Throughout the whole
Detroit people don't want to take no responsibility for it. We totally understand.
Y'all did that shit though. No, it was Jamal Tinsley.
All right. Jamal Tinsley, it's your fault.
If we had to pinpoint why this happened,
blame Jamal Tinsley.
It's his fault.
Blame him.
It's his fault.
Fuck you,
the
Jamal
whole
Tinsley.
documentary, it's Jamal Tinsley.
It's your fault, Jamal. Your fault. I want to go all the smoke and just be like, it's Jamal Tinsley's fault.
It is.
It's his fault. He put the battery in there.
He did that.
He said it. Ryan went to go do it. It assumes. I don't know if I said a word.
On it, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I said a word. Yeah, the white man did pour gasoline on it. But you know what happened? Jamal Tinsley put the wood down.
All right, what'd you rate it?
I give this a good 5.
Solid 5. 5 out of 5.
Yes, it's more in depth to one of the craziest live events I've ever seen. Because one, I actually remembered this event.
Right.
It's not something that like took me by surprise, but I remembered to it. It's more in depth with it.
Yeah.
Other people's point of views. Mm-hmm. It wasn't our.
Right. It was
cool with that. It was just didn't even feel like it was an hour. It felt like that came and went. Plus, we already know the story. It just gives more insight to it. So I fuck with it. And I like the Untold series. It's been some good ones. We haven't had a bad one. Yeah, we haven't had a bad one.
Yeah.
All right, what would you give?
Oh, I'll give it a 5 also.
Okay. Are you just doing that because I said it? Or you really
no. Like, seriously. Hey, y'all know me by now.
I would hope because you asked me to watch this one.
Yeah, because you said you knew it. And then we tried to record it, and he was like, hold on, I don't remember that. Hold on, I don't remember that. I'm like, then watch it, rewatch it. No, just because I told you to watch it, I didn't watch it beforehand when I asked to watch it. Okay. So, no, I give it a 5, mainly because there's really, other than David Stern, everybody's point of view in this, they sat down and talked. So, like, even in front of the fans who got beat up, the guy who threw the cup, you know what I'm saying? Like, every major part in this had a say-so, had opportunity to talk. Even though Meta World Peace still looked like he was, like he's still going through it. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it was very cohesive. I left with no questions at the end. It was like, I mean, mainly because we know that it's history now, so we know the full outcome. But yeah, no, I'll give it a 5.
Okay, all right. I'm about to go finish smoking. This concludes this episode of Let's Talk About It. Like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Let's Talk About It. Follow us on Instagram at LDAI Pod 22.
22?
Yes. Follow us, share our shit, share our reels. We post every Wednesday.
Make sure y'all comment down below, wherever, what documentaries y'all watching.
Yes, my name's Alan Ford. Follow me at Ford of Comedy on all social media platforms.
Y'all can follow me everywhere, simply just Will, and we out.
That's on the
Make it boom.